Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to episode number 27 of the Bright Ideas Daily Nugget. I am your host, Trent Dyrsmid, and this is the video series where I answer your questions about e-commerce as well as to give you a look over my shoulder as my team and I grow our e-commerce business from roughly $2.5 million a year in revenue to our goal of $10 million. Now, in today's video, we are going to answer a question from Douglas Levin, and he wanted to know what portions of product sourcing can be outsourced to a VA. Now, Douglas, your question is especially timely because on Friday, the 18th or 19th of January, so this video is obviously airing past that, but we got a call from our largest supplier, and they told us they were not going to renew their contract. So that was definitely a moment, because that contract generates around $10,000 a month for us of profit. Ouch. However, we did see it coming, so we had been preparing for it for a number of months. And so now the answer to your question, Douglas. The things that we are going to be changing to try and recover from this as quickly as possible is to source products faster. But how do you do that without breaking the bank? Because as you know, or if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know, I have one person upstairs dedicated to product sourcing who is supported by a number of virtual assistants. And he's pretty much tapped out under our current model. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be actually hiring 2 more virtual assistants. In the job posting, it will say that they have to have previous sales experience and they have to have very good English skills. And then what they're going to be doing is they're going to be making that first pre-screening call to brands to find out, do they have MAP and is it enforced? Are they in brand registry or planning to enroll? And are they actively limiting the number of sellers that can sell their stuff on Amazon? Because if they answer no to those questions, we just move on, or we see if they're open to making those changes, but if they're not, we don't spend a whole lot of time and effort trying to talk them into it. So those questions could easily be done by a virtual assistant. Now, the next step is generally filling out a wholesale account application, which is currently done by a virtual assistant, and then receiving and evaluating a price list, which Jared has been doing. So why is Jared doing the price list? We could turn that into a system and have a virtual assistant do that as well. And then the virtual assistant could call back and schedule a time for Jared to talk to them. And of course, at this point, we probably have to convince them to let us become one of those preferred sellers. So one of our virtual assistants will create a pre-call research report, which we turn into a listing deficiency report, so that the idea here is this: to have my expensive US employee doing nothing but pre-scheduled calls with qualified brands. So instead of all the legwork before that, which he does a lot of it now, if he was simply just doing 4 calls per day, all scheduled in advance, all with a pre-call research checklist done in advance and a listing deficiency report, that will probably generate pretty spectacular results. So I hope that I have answered your question, Douglas, on what a VA could be doing and some of the changes that we're going to be making to hopefully as quickly as we can recover from a $10,000 hole that is now in our boat. So if you have questions that you would like to ask, just go to Brightideas.co/asktrent. If you would like to receive more notifications of these videos and our podcasts, you can either become a YouTube subscriber or you can go to Brightideas.co's homepage. There you'll see all sorts of ways that you can become a member of our community. It's free to do so. And we have active Facebook groups. And if you're watching this video in one of those groups, please take a moment and like, share, and comment on the video, because that is definitely the best way you can say thank you to me for producing the video in the first place. So thanks very much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.